Hi, Oma Dawn again, and guess what? We're in the bathroom. I know that's not the normal place for videos to be, but I finished my shower and I was thinking, there's a lot of budget-friendly ideas for just taking care of yourself. Um, Back when I was in high school, I was actually a hair model. Had twice as much hair as I've got now. It really freaked out the hairdressers. And one of the most common questions I had was, your hair is gorgeous. What are you using to make it look so nice? Well, Suave. Yep, the cheap stuff at the store. Suave has worked pretty good for me for a lot of years, and I've tried a lot of different things. And I actually am a hairdresser. Um, I started out as a nail tech, and then I took the cosmetology program. So I've had 2,400 hours of school. Yep, licensed professional, and I'm saying that Suave worked for me. So I have tried the more expensive shampoos and conditioners, and there are sometimes, depending on your hair and things like that, that you may need something a little more stout. But um, I use this one right now. I have used the other Suave bottles in the clear, whatever scent you prefer. It all works. I recommend that when you put the conditioner in your hair, you just use one of the little clippies to hold your hair up while you're taking a shower so it doesn't get rinsed out before you're ready. But as you shower, just leave the conditioner in, and then when you're all done showering, rinse it out, and it's good. Um, I'm obviously not just out of high school, so it has worked for me for a lot of years. Second is, most of us know that at some point, and guys, this is for you too, at some point, our favorite shampoo doesn't seem to be working as well as it did when we first started using it. The problem? You probably have too much product in your hair, or there's been a buildup of some sort from either the shampoo you're using or the mousse, the gel, the hairspray. All of that builds up in your hair, and then your favorite shampoo just doesn't work as well. There's actually a budget-friendly idea for that as well. Baking soda. Yep, baking soda. It's really cheap and easy to use. You put about a nickel size in the palm of your hand, and then you put your shampoo with it, rub it together, wash through your hair, rinse it out, and then wash it like normal. But use less shampoo that second time around because it won't take very much at all. Also, if you do have colored hair, when you do that step, do it as quickly as possible and rinse it out. Don't dawdle and whatever. This is just to strip out the chemicals that are in your hair, causing your shampoo not to work as well. And this cleans it right up. But especially with colored hair, you'll notice that it's having a reaction. So that's why I say don't. You can use it, but just do it quickly and rinse it out. Um, Second thing is, I have extremely dry skin. Extremely dry skin. Um, Most lotions, and I've tried them all, don't work really well for me, and I'm positive I'm not the only one out there with dry skin. So the best way to combat dry skin is actually to use baby oil. This one's good in my shower, you can tell. um, I actually went to, this is the liquid baby oil. I actually went to a gel baby oil, which is a little bit easier to keep in your hands and get it where you want it. Either one works fine. The safety tip on that, though, is make sure that there's a non-slip mat down in your tub, because if you're using baby oil in the tub, hello, tubs are usually slippery anyway. Think safety. Put a mat down, which can be washed And then when you wash it, hang it up to dry, because those don't usually go in the dryer. But that way, you're not going to fall. And then once the baby oil is on, then you rinse out your hair, because of course it's been up in that clip with the conditioner on it, and you're done. It seems to work for me really well, and better than any lotions. I still like my lotions. They smell good, they feel good. You can still use them. It's not going to hurt. Especially your hands. Your hands are in a lot of water. Use a lotion throughout the day on your hands. Another tip. You know, we all want to exfoliate. We get those expensive machines or expensive sponges or whatever for our faces to exfoliate so we have glowing skin. Or, you know, when you get those patches on your elbows that are really dry, it feels like an alligator there, or your knees get kind of dry, or your feet, especially in the summer, your feet. Before those calluses on your feet get really built up, this is what you do. You see these like inexpensive washcloths? You can get them from Walmart or something like that. They're just the inexpensive. They're not the fluffy ones. I really like the feel of fluffy washcloths. However, these do several things. I have smooth skin on my elbows, and when my instructor was showing the new class of nail techs how to do a pedicure, he was amazed that I didn't have a bunch of calluses all over my feet. Wondered how I did that, because he knew I was on my feet a lot. These, so your elbows, if you've already got the dry skin there, every time you take a shower, 20 times, rub your elbows. And then for maintenance, usually every time I take a shower, I rub them about 10 times each. Also, that works for your feet. Just scrub them really good. Scrub, 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 scrub. Just using your regular, not shampoo, your regular body soap and that inexpensive washcloths. Because these are a little more abrasive than the soft, fluffy ones. But they're not so abrasive they're going to damage your skin, and they do the job. Also, your facial skin is very sensitive, so a lot of times you get a hold of these machines and whatever, they're going to work, but this is inexpensive. It's available. It's rewashable and reusable. So, and they work really good. You're not going to damage your skin, for certain. Nursing mothers, or I should say mothers that will be nursing. This is a little more private. Guys, this doesn't obviously apply to you, but it was a tip given to me back when I was pregnant with one of my children, to use one of these washcloths and do a similar, rub 10-15 times each time you take a shower, and then when the baby nurses, it's not going to hurt so bad when they begin nursing. First time moms, especially, I remember it did not feel good to nurse at the beginning, but when I tried that trick, oh my goodness, it was such a different reality. It helped, and I was so thankful that someone gave me that tip. So I'm trying to pass that along as delicately as possible to expecting new moms. Next thing, sunburns. If you get a sunburn, usually the least expensive is to get aloe. Now, when I lived down in Arizona, I had aloe out in the yard. That's the cheapest you can get. But when you're really tired, make sure you're paying attention to what side of the leaf you're cutting, because those thorns are not fun on a sunburn. Yep, you guessed it. I took off the wrong side of the leaf, and when I scrubbed it down my, or moved it down my sunburn, exactly what I got was all those thorns going down my sunburn. I was not a happy camper. So, yes, aloe is wonderful. This actually has a lidocaine in it, um, which is also helpful. Obviously, the plants don't have lidocaine, but aloe is very good for the skin and a sunburn. Um, Back to baby oil. Baby oil has several uses. Not only does it help to keep the moisture in your skin, it keeps a barrier so that your skin isn't evaporating all the moisture that's in it, causing it to be dry. It's also really good for removing makeup. Get your cotton balls, use this, take off your eye makeup or your stuff, like they have lip stains now. You can use it on your lips, you can use it on your eyes, and then wash your face really good. It's an inexpensive way to remove your makeup. Works. It also works like if you have like the adhesive from band-aids and tapes and stuff like that, you can use alcohol or you can use baby oil. Alcohol is really inexpensive also. Speaking of alcohol, quite a few of us want to do a toner after we wash our face. Don't use alcohol. I actually have to say that when I was a teenager, my face always had a problem with acne, and I did use alcohol, and it cleared it up, and I haven't had a problem really since. But an inexpensive way to have a toner for your face, and it will work for people that have an acne problem as well, is witch hazel. It smells better than alcohol, but it's inexpensive. You can get it over at the pharmacy area. Works really good. You don't need to spend a ton of money to stay beautiful or handsome, as the case may be. The next thing I'm going to say is there are some women out there that deal with a weight issue, and you know what? It might be guys too. I'm not a guy, so I don't know, and I don't look at their tummies. However, anybody out there that has dealt with a weight issue, I've dealt with a weight issue. I know that there are others out there that deal with a weight issue. We get what's called an apron, and we only wish we could take it off and hang it up in the kitchen. But those that this applies to will know what I'm talking about. We're in the summer months. Well, about here. It's getting warm enough outside, and some places are already over 100. So, you know the struggle that we have with either extra skin if you've had the bariatric surgery or lost a lot of weight, you have the extra skin so you have an apron, or if you are too overweight, you may have an apron. A tip that I learned that I now use, and it's worked really well, is use spray deodorant to spray after your shower under your apron. That will help so that you don't get the rash every year, because it keeps the sweat glands from doing their job down there. So you don't want to spray it all over your body. You do need to sweat. It's cooling. However, for that portion, it's not cooling. It's not doing anything but harboring bad bacteria and causing a rash. So if you use a spray deodorant, and again, I just get something inexpensive, it works. Whatever your preference is on a spray deodorant is fine, but use it after your shower. You'll find that you don't have a problem so much with the rash under your apron. And I think that's all the tips I have for you today. So thanks for joining me, Oma D, and I'll talk to you next time.